Boom, there we go. Map has been slapped. Welcome, everybody. It's the Remix Morning Show. We appreciate you guys checking us out here exclusively on Black Power Media on this good Thursday, May the 4th. Remixers, big up. Good morning to you all. It's Kim Brown, Kamal Franklin, the ear doctor. We have a special guest host joining us just coming up here pretty shortly. You guys, please give the video a like, a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, do so. Shout out to all the people that have signed up for memberships to the channel. You can check out some exclusive content, and it's another way that you can support the channel. So we definitely appreciate it. What's the Cash App come out if people want to send material support? Well, maybe not this week. This is the first of the month week. We get it. It's rent.
I don't even remember. Oh, there you go. Cash App is $ Black Power Media. They always got it. You always got a couple of dimes and pennies to drop. Send that money in. What's going on?
Can you actually Cash App 10 cents? I don't even think they allow.
They don't allow that?
Nothing like less than $1. Yeah.
All right. So do at least $10 or $100 or something. Just keep dropping. I understand. Like, how the guest host going to be on the screen soon if they chopping it up in the chat? I just saw the guest host in the chat.
I mean,
so but I understand how they're in the chat.
But why are you regulating what people where people at when they there, sir?
Well, I'm just saying though, if they're gonna be the guest host, how come they got time to drop emojis in the chat, but they now got time to put the camera on and come on?
There goes the surprise.
Well, they don't know who I'm talking about. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying.
I know.
I'm shutting up, Kim. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just mind your business. Yes. Kamal don't like to mind his business. Everybody, he be minding everybody else's business. In terms of news, what do we have here on the news front?
So I got an opening story for you.
Bagoon.
We got the one and only Reverend.
Who?
TD. Oh, look at this advertisement.
Not TD Jakes.
We got TD. Yep. I always get his initials messed up. I was like, who's a TD? Nobody calls themselves TD.
Except for him.
I always want to say JD or JT or just general whatever. We'll say TD. So TD Jakes Group's Wells Fargo joined forces for a 10-year partnership promoting inclusive communities, not exclusive communities, ladies and gentlemen, but inclusive communities. Will this run? Let me see. Let me get this commercial running for y'all. Will this run? Are they going to do a commercial in front of a commercial? There ain't nothing playing.
Where TD Jakes is the pastor of it's the Potter's House.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Is his church? Where is his church, y'all? Is it Houston, Dallas? It's in Texas, right?
It is in Texas. That'd be I don't know exactly where. But it says, so the TD Jakes Group and Wells Fargo have unveiled a groundbreaking 10-year partnership aimed at creating inclusive communities for people of all income levels. The announcement was made on CBS Morning. As part of the collaboration, Wells Fargo has committed up to $1 billion to fund a variety of projects that foster community development. Bishop TD Jakes emphasized the importance of taking action by helping minority groups. The future looks very bleak, particularly for minorities, he said, Black people, brown people, and also poor white people who are finding it difficult, workforce people to find a job, to find opportunities, to get housing, to get upwardly mobile, or mobility, I should say.
I'm sorry, this is for white folks too?
Oh, I said inclusive communities. Oh. So inclusive is one of those, and I guess this is coming up now. The inaugural project of the partnership focuses on the development of mixed income housing and retail facilities outside of Atlanta. The location for the venture is an expansive 95-acre property formerly known as Fort McPherson, which neighbors Tyler Perry Studios.
You familiar with the area?
Yes, this is in East Point, Atlanta. And there used to be as stated, an army base there that was either abandoned or not in use for several years. And then there was a whole bunch of back and forth. Again, there were plans to make it more open to the community, to do different things that were community inspired. And then the wheeling and dealing started happening, and several movie studios started competing for making bids. And then Atlanta and East Point decided, well, fuck the community. We can put some movie studios there. And then Tyler Perry swooped in, and again they were like, "Fuck the other movie studios. We want Tyler Perry because he's black. So, and he's got the money, wherever he got the money from." And so they struck a deal with Tyler Perry and turned it into a big private movie studio. Large. I don't like lots and lots of acres. I don't know how big it is, but it's a pretty big studio. And then what's left of it now, they're talking about this mixed income facility. Now, the reason I make fun, obviously, is because when they say mixed income, what they really mean is that they're going to put like 5 or 10 places that are going to be below market rate, and everything else is going to be market rate and above. And then usually there are sunset clauses on these places, whereas after you've lived there for 10 or 20 years, then it could be as the rents rise, they can put it up to market rate. Or if you are somehow evicted and the apartment becomes vacated, then the other thing is that immediately allows for it to go market rate. So they start off saying they're going to put it at a certain place. And I don't know the details of this particular place, but that's normally what's in there, right? It's like, hey, let's claim we're doing this for working class people and poor people, but what's built in is the idea of how much profit can we make now and how much profit can we make in 10 or 20 or 30 years. And that's usually has nothing to do with retaining and or keeping working class and poor people in those places, but it's really just a cover to say, look what good we're doing for the community, support this project, please don't protest our project, all that kind of stuff.
Kamau, please don't protest our project. I mean, so what the fuck is TD Jakes doing? Just putting his name on it for black cover?
I think no, that church got money, so they got. I'm sure, Wells Fargo is putting up most of the cash, and they expect their profit margin.
Is it JP Morgan or Wells Fargo, or they both?
It was Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo. It was Wells Fargo. So I'm sure they're putting up a lot of the cash. I'm sure he's getting hit off. This is the same way Al Sharpton tried to do development in Harlem. The black preachers, they do that. Not that TD Jakes ever did anything so-called progressive, but Sharpton at least tried to rest on the claim of being the so-called civil rights leader, who then switched over to like, where can I get my various sources of income without having a church? Like, Sharpton never he never fucked with the church thing. He just like, there's more money to be made in different areas, I guess. But yeah, but these things they're not for poor people. They're not about keeping people in their homes. They're not about keeping legacy residents, except for a few. So I don't buy it from what I've seen or know about it so far.
So what's the duration of this investment? You said $1 billion. Is it $1 billion over 10 years, or $1 billion coming up front? Did they mention that? And when do they expect to break ground on this project?